Just last week, I had a big fallout with someone really close to me. We're dealing with some issues, but I reached out to one of my viewers and he prayed for me. And I had a major breakthrough and a revelation, and I would like to share with you right now. Hi, my name is Anson Sat. I'm a coach, speaker, and an advocate for the mental well-being for males. It is my dream to help all men to really experience being an alpha, especially when we're dealing with toxic relationship or narcissistic abuse. If we're able to overcome these toxic things, we'll be able to really rise up and experience what is actually natural to us. And that is becoming an alpha. Now, in previous videos, I had mentioned about what an alpha really is in my view. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please click like, subscribe, and the bell notification because I've gone through abuse and emotional abuse, all the things that have to do with toxic relationships. I have experienced that almost all my life. In fact, I've never shared this in a previous video, but I'll share right now. Even in my mother's womb, I was even gaslit inside. And let me just explain. I was born in my mother's later years. So the doctor had advised that she shouldn't, because she had miscarriage before. And my mother was bedridden for almost the entire pregnancy. But even for myself, believe it or not, I believe it, was that my mother kept on saying, oh, because of you, I'm not able to get out of this bed. I'm not able to do anything. And I believe that unborn children can hear and understand. They could feel whether the words that are coming out of the mother's mouth is positive or negative. I'm not sure about any studies that were done. I'm sure there were studies done, but my guess, and if you know about this topic, please comment below. You're free to comment whatever you want to comment because I believe in free speech. But I believe that an unborn child is able to discern positive or negative words. And even as an unborn child, I already knew what negative words felt like. And so many years later, I can really feel negative words come my way. I'm sensitive to that. Now, pertaining to the situation at hand, a few days ago, I had an opportunity to sit down with someone that I had a toxic relationship with, and I had an opportunity to share some of my deepest concerns. It was a safe environment, and I thought, okay, this is a perfect time to do so. I opened up, put my heart on a silver platter, and got eaten alive, if you know what I mean. And it was a terrible feeling. I'm sure some of you have gone through that before. Comment below what happened. But for my situation, I had been very transparent with a particular situation that needed to be talked about. And instead of listening and responding, that person took advantage of that situation by criticizing and firing volley after volley, and I was very shocked and surprised about that. Now, I had mentioned before in other videos that a narcissist insecurity is an alpha male security, and a narcissist security is an alpha male's insecurity. And so I just failed to remember that, and I got caught off guard, and I went into fixing mode. I'm like trying to find out what is going on in the mind of the narcissist. And I highly suggest, if you get into a confrontation with a narcissist, do not try to analyze or try to find out, because you will be caught in a vicious cycle where you won't get the answer, but the narcissist will use that situation to shift the blame or shift the situation to the narcissist's advantage and fire volley after volley, and it just gets really, really terrible. And that's what happened in that situation. It just exploded. And I was really actually surprised. And I felt terrible about it because I thought this was an opportunity in a safe environment to talk about things. And it just blew up. So I was feeling really terrible, and I want to give a shout out to one of the viewers of this channel. So please do like and subscribe because I want to share these experiences. I want to share my knowledge about dealing with toxic relationships and dealing with narcissistic people, and having the strategies to really overcome these situations really will help you in your journey to being an alpha male. And also, it will be helpful for the community at large, because whatever you overcome, it's natural for us to share our successes, to share our strategies so that we will have less negativity in our personal lives and professional lives. So it's all a good thing. I want to shout out to that viewer. Thank you so much, because I just made a comment because this viewer had left a comment about his situation, and I had an opportunity to pray for him and also to leave a comment of encouragement. And he did the same for me. In this situation, I just left a message to say, hey, I'm going through a pretty tough time, but can you please pray for me? And he did. And today I got that miracle and a huge revelation. So I want to share with you what the miracle was, and also moving forward. You don't have to be faith-based in order to apply this principle, but I am pretty confident that using this strategy will really diffuse the situation. What I had come to realize, and I had said this in previous videos, is you got to increase your alphaness during these situations. Instead of trying to figure out what caused the narcissist, to become upset, trying to logically figure out what happened is not going to work, because A, you're not going to get the answer, and B, the narcissist is trying to defend himself or herself, okay? So what you just need to do is just state your position and just allow space for the other person to express his or her opinion. Even if it is extremely, extremely tough to hear, you're probably going to get a lot of verbal attack, but it's really important to just stand your ground and just let the storm blow over. What happens in this situation is that the other person will start to get, consciously or unconsciously, that the words are just going to bounce off. It's kind of less of an encouragement for that person to continue firing those kind of volleys, because they're going to get that it's not going to get anywhere. And second of all, I just want to reiterate that if you try to analyze a toxic person or a narcissist, that person is going to feel that that is an attack on them, because the worst thing that can happen to a narcissist is that truth comes out. The truth is really going to hurt, and they don't want to hear any of it. So they're going to do everything that they can to spin the situation, spin the truth, spin whatever is threatening them, to throw it back at the alpha male. So I hope this really helps you in confronting a narcissist, but not making the situation worse. And to top that off, I think the number one solution when confronting a narcissist is to allow for the environment to be safe so that the narcissist can express himself or herself and just hear that person out. Now, you don't have to take anything personally. Once you have identified this person as toxic, then you don't need to really think of anything. But at that moment, I just had a little mental lapse, and then I got caught up in figuring out what the thinking was in that other person. And on one hand, I feel like it was really something that I didn't really want to go through. But on the other hand, I feel like it's a little blessing so I can learn from this and share this with you. So if you're new to this channel, welcome to this channel. If you found this information to be helpful to you, please do click like and subscribe. I'm going to share everything that I know. And I hope that you will experience the best in your journey as an alpha male. And please also look out for future videos. I'm going to comment on Will Smith's new short. I saw that he was saying that, Jada, just go find your happiness. Go find out happiness yourself. I don't have to do that for you. You just do you, and that's it. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but to me, that's really encouraging that Will Smith is really waking up to his alphaness. Now, of course, he's super successful, but in a previous video, I also said that you can be super successful, but still harbor a fear of rejection. And kudos to you, Will Smith. My one suggestion, and I'll put this in a longer video, this is kind of like a trailer to my future videos, is I don't think it's really helpful to put publicly about Jada's personality and Jada's shortcoming, because that is fuel for her to come back and get back at Will Smith. So that's just my 2 cents. All the best, and I want to connect with you. If you would like, you can join the fellowship group that's going to happen on Saturdays. It's going to start soon, so look out for that. There's one-on-one coaching, so if you want to fast track to be an alpha male, or if you just want to have some direction in becoming more productive, more effective in handling toxic relationships, please do click on the links below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to comment below if you would like to have additional information about dealing with toxic people. Please click on the links below. God bless you, and may you find victory today.